Cain and Abel, the fracture of the twin flame. Part 2, the path of the smith, the fire that follows blood. In the aftermath of Abel's death, the earth did not return to peace. Instead, it began to smolder with the fires of transformation. Cain, exiled from the face of the Lord, does not vanish into myth. He walks into the shadows and builds cities, forges tools, fathers a lineage of makers. From this lineage emerges Tubal-Cain, the first smith, the master of bronze and iron. But this is no tale of metallurgy. This is an esoteric map of the alchemical journey, where ego, having committed the original inner crime, must now be refined in flame. In this second chapter of the Cain and Abel series, we uncover the hidden wisdom behind Cain's exile, Tubal-Cain's legacy, and the mystery of fire as transformation. Exile as initiation. Cain is not annihilated. He is marked, sent east of Eden to the land of Nod, meaning wandering. This is crucial. The ego, when severed from spirit, is not damned. It is set on a path. In mystical traditions, wandering is code for initiation. The mark placed on Cain is not shame, but divine protection, a boundary on destruction. Even shadow must evolve. Cain becomes the first city builder. This archetype is vital. Cities represent structure, intelligence, creation, but also separation. They are the externalization of inner architecture. Cain founds Enoch, naming it after his son, a gesture of legacy. But legacy without repentance becomes repetition. Cain's journey is the soul's exile into matter. His line represents the evolving intellect divorced from intuition. Tubal-Cain and the secrets of the forge. From Cain's lineage emerges a new archetype, Tubal-Cain, son of Lamech. He is described as an instructor of every artificer in brass and iron. Genesis 4:22. Tubal-Cain is the first smith, the alchemist, the fire bringer. In the esoteric reading, brass and iron are not metals alone. They represent the dual nature of man. Emotional alloy, brass, and brute will, iron. The forge is the soul. The hammer is the will. The anvil is life experience. Tubal-Cain is the unconscious precursor to Hermes Trismegistus. He works matter, but does not yet transmute spirit. His gift is raw. Proto-alchemy, the potential to shape the self, though without yet mastering it. He is the shadow Prometheus, fire, without the flame of conscience. Lamech's song and the legacy of violence. Lamech, Tubal-Cain's father, speaks a cryptic poem. I have slain a man for wounding me, a young man for injuring me. If Cain is avenged 7 times, then Lamech 77 times. This dark chant reveals the descent into compounded ego. Cain killed once. Lamech boasts of vengeance upon vengeance. Tubal-Cain's gift becomes weaponized. Metal becomes sword. This is the tragic pattern of unredeemed power. Spiritual fire, when misused, does not liberate, it enslaves. Tools become weapons, cities become empires. The mark becomes a mask. And yet even this is part of the plan. Esoteric fire, the evolution of shadow. Cain's line does not remain in darkness forever. In deeper esoteric traditions, such as those preserved in Rosicrucian, Gnostic, and Kabbalistic mystery schools, Tubal-Cain becomes more than a smith. He becomes the symbolic blacksmith of the soul. In Masonic law, Tubal-Cain is a password, a cipher. He represents the one who has mastered the inner forge. He carries the memory of fire, the ability to shape raw soul substance into sacred vessels. This is the evolution of shadow, from Nadar to builder, from builder to smith, from smith to initiate. The same fire that melts iron can purify gold. Cain's fire over generations begins to burn upward. The echo of the two brothers. Though Abel is gone, his echo remains. Cain's journey is not solitary. Within every Tubal-Cain, there is a memory of Abel, the inner voice, the breath of sacrifice, the flame that must be relit. This is the great alchemical truth. Cain represents Nigredo, the black stage, death, breaking. Abel represents Albedo, or the white stage, purification. The reconciliation becomes Rubedo, the red stage, spiritual rebirth. Even in exile, the journey home has begun. Conclusion: the smith must become the priest. Cain's story did not end with blood. It continued in fire. And fire, though it burns, also purifies. Tubal-Cain, the first artificer, is a symbol of humanity's divine potential, still clothed in shadow. He builds weapons, but he also builds tools. And every tool forged in truth becomes a key. The smith must become the priest. The fire must become light. And the ego must bow to spirit. Cain and Abel, part 3, the mark of Cain, seal or curse. In the next installment, we will decode the mystery of the mark of Cain, what it truly means, its symbolic role in divine evolution, and how the mark may in fact be the hidden seal of spiritual potential in exile. Stay with the fire. The forge is not finished.